and gentlemen, welcome to Go Bananas Comedy Club, Cincinnati's home for stand-up comedy. Wednesday night, who's ready to have a good time? We can do a little bit better than that. Wednesday night, make some noise! Couple quick announcements before we get the show started. Please set those cell phones to the silent or off position. Keep that table talk to an absolute minimum. And no heckling the comedians or you will be asked to leave. With that out of the way, make some noise for your friends and family you came to see on the Pro-Am! And now, please help me welcome to the stage your host and MC, the very funny, the very talented, Allison Stopp!
Go Bananas. How are we doing, guys? Here we go. There we go. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the Pro-Am. This is where all of our professional and amateur regulars try out new material, hone in on new jokes. Overall, we're just going to have a good time. So are we ready to have a good time? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm excited to be here, guys. I had a date earlier. And it was a little weird. Within 30 seconds, he was just like, so let me just fully understand this. So you're gluten-free, soy-free, and vegan? I was like, no, I just look like this. I don't know what to tell you about that. No, I have been kind of reflecting on my dating life lately. Like, I'm realizing that the men I date are like cold pizza. And I like cold pizza, but the thing with cold pizza is that, you know, everything about it is objectively bad, but, you know, it's chill. Sometimes that's all you want. In my whole 27 years, I've realized that I have never cheated, nor have I been cheated on. Or I've either never been cheated on, or I am the dumbest bitch on the planet. It's also a possibility. But yeah, it's cool. I'm kind of back in it now. Kind of took a break, work on myself a little bit. I've realized that I might have some pretty intense intimacy issues. And I realized that because a few weeks ago, I was getting my hair cut by my hairdresser, who I've known for years, very trusted relationship. And she asked me if I wanted a complimentary neck and shoulder massage. I was like, shoot, I will pay you to not do that. But it's even kind of like affected me emotionally too. Like I think my issue is that I get a little over analytical when it comes to the feeling side of things. You know, the best way I can describe it is dating me is like Facebook. Like you think you're having meaningful interactions, but I'm just collecting data. At the end of the day. Guys, I've been trying to be healthier too. I'm trying to be healthier, build healthier habits. Yeah. One thing I've been trying to do is use my phone less. I think that's something we're all kind of guilty of, using our phone a little much. And I saw that if you put your phone in black and white, you're less likely to look at it all the time. Totally backfired to me though, on account of everything looking so classy all of a sudden. Use my phone way more. You know, it's like I'm like looking at Instagram through like my grandmother's perspective. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not on Instagram, I'm reading the newspaper. Like I never used to watch porn. That like wasn't my thing. It's always like, where's the ambiance? In black and white, there we go, ambiance. I've also been trying to drink more water, other healthy things. Did we know that you can overhydrate yourself? You can die from drinking too much water. Is that crazy? That actually happened, that almost happened to me last weekend. It's wild. I drank so much water. How much? The lethal amount of water. And then I was having sex. Cool. And you could hear the water sloshing around in my stomach. And I was like, this is so embarrassing that I'm gonna kill myself. So, pretty dangerous. Ladies, there is such a thing as being too wet, so just keep that in mind. I saw something a little disturbing the other day. Washed up child star. Ooh, tough look, tough look. I was at Goodwill, and I saw the toaster from the Brave Little Toaster on sale for $5.99. And let me tell you, that was generous. That was a generous price, I will be honest. It looked bad. Frayed wire, scuffed surfaces, debilitating Xanax problem. I mean, it was just a tough look all around. He had a really bad BBL, botched Brazilian bagel lift. Looked bad. He, just all the life left his eyes. Kind of like some of you look right now, not gonna lie. And I even like stuck a fork in him, just nothing. Did you guys know that they're actually making a live action reboot of the Brave Little Toaster? Isn't that crazy? Or so I thought. Turns out I was just really high watching a Bed Bath & Beyond commercial. All right, guys, we're gonna get the show on the road. Before I start, let's just point out we have exits on this side, on that side, in case of an emergency. Bathrooms are out where you came. Really fast. Give it up to your wait staff tonight. All right. I'm very excited to bring your first comedian to the stage. Very funny, good friend of mine. Everybody give it up for Christian Grant.
Overtime for Allison, everybody. Right? Yeah. Now let's get right into this because something crazy happened to me. I got off work today. I went up to the door of my house. This guy came up behind me, snuck up behind me. He's like, "Hey buddy, hey guy, hey buddy, hey guy, hey buddy, hey guy, hey buddy, hey guy." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Sorry, I don't mean to bother you, but I got a drug test for a job interview." I was relieved. I was like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm not clean, dude." He's like, "Oh, no, I got piss." What? He's like, "I got piss. I was just wondering if I could heat it up in your microwave." Oh, no, right? I mean, as much as I want my kitchen to smell like hot piss, I prefer hot cum. You know what I'm saying? I have trouble dating. I'm getting older. My dad's getting older. Thinking about the life we used to live. My dad's one of those guys that believes if everyone had a gun, crime would disappear. One time he handed me a gun while I went to go get groceries. He's like, "Here, watch a car." I was 6. And you know what? You might be right. If everyone had a gun, crime might disappear because as a 6-year-old, if I had the strength to cock that gun, one crime would disappear. Early bedtime. My dad would come up to me like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," and I'll be like, "Ice cream or you scream," you know? What were you thinking? You handed a 6-year-old a gun. You left him in a hot car. I asked him, "What do you? Why did you do that?" He's like, "Well, I gave you a way out, so there's that." Man, you guys are fun. If you get a treat for your dog, you get him a dog bone. A dog bone. Why is it called a dog bone? Because it's a bone for your dog. That, to me, I don't like that logic. Because if that logic is sound, I'm embarrassed to say I love man milk. God. Why are we doing that? Why is that the logic for? I mean, I think it makes sense for everything except for things you consume. You know? Like girl shoes, totally fine. Girl cheese, not fine. Last night I got some girl cheese. No! You know? Gross. Let's talk about my dad. My dad's getting older, and You know, my dad's like really leaning to the grandpa stage of life. You know, he's not that old. He's like 55, but he's just leaning into it. We'll like go outside and see clear blue skies, and he'll look out there and be like, I don't trust it. Hand me my umbrella. My knee's singing it's gonna storm. Which, by the way, is a weird thing for the knee to do. You know, like why is the knee telling you the weather? That's a weird. The knee's telling. Why is the knee telling you the? That's just the news. The knee's telling you the news. No other body part is like that. You know, no one's out there like my pit's staying. There's traffic on 75. Like that's not a thing. My dad thinks it's a thing. He's like, I got jock itch. It's your brother's birthday. God, that's not. What if that was a thing though? Right? Like you just go out to strangers and they tell you news based off their. Like imagine the president giving a national announcement. He's like, my nipples are hard. Prepare for war. Yeah. Look, I'm going to leave you on this. I said I have trouble dating, but there's also other side of that. Like this woman I'm seeing now. Like I'm thinking about leaving her because she has her dirty talk makes me uncomfortable. It does. I mean, and I try to be enthusiastic about it, even with how weird it is. She's like, harder. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, faster. I'm like, yeah. She's like, richer. I'm like, what? Blacker. What? You guys are so fun. Thank you so much. Give it up for your next comic, the one-line wonder, Johnny Chamarco.
Give it up for Christian. Real nice guy. This morning, he let me borrow his microwave. Yeah, I don't have much prepared. I only showed up here because my air conditioning's broken. Great way to start it, right? I'm not trying to brag, but I was the tallest kid on the short bus. Yeah, I'm not trying to brag, but I got my shit together like a power bottom. Yeah, I'm not pulling any stops here. I'm not trying to brag, but when the universe talks to me, I know how to listen. Some may call it schizophrenia. So, I was thinking of a few new slogans for Bud Light. You already know it's going bad. All right, Bud Light, the queen of beers. We're queer, Bud Light beer. Tops off, bottoms up. Bud Light, double fist us. Or, just a friendly reminder, make sure you take care of your wait staff. They owe me money. I had a baby face into my late 20s. And that's the worst, because women treat you like a little kid, and the same with pedophiles. Coincidentally, that's where I learned that old people sometimes lose their pubes. That means there's no carpet, and everything just drapes. All right, Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love had a shotgun wedding. Wow, that's the reaction I got off that one? Always wondered why she named her first album Live Through This. Or her band named Hole. I'm gonna skip that one, guys. Bill Clinton once told Harvey Weinstein, close but no cigar. Really? We're going south from here, shit. Ran over my worst enemy with my car. I didn't kill him, but I had a backup plan. My best friend keeps asking me when I'm going to have a kid of my own. I told him I'd give it a shot, now that his daughter's 18. Only kidding, she's 21. In all seriousness, I've never touched her. Her older brother's a different story. They just gave me the life, so I'm thinking about throwing out my worst joke ever. You guys ready for it? Alright. So, I once knew this girl who drowned because she was smoking too many cigarettes. We were fooling around, and I accidentally blew a load in her neck hole. I'll give you guys a second. I know it's a tough one to swallow. Every time I tell that joke, I'm just waiting for somebody in the back to be like, that's not funny. All right, you guys have been great. I've been horrible. Please give it up for your next comic, Mr. Blake Hammond.
Hey, one more time for Johnny, huh? Oh, Jesus, fuck. It's just, he's like the only guy that's ever told dad jokes that's never, a woman's never let him come inside her. It's so fucking wild to watch. Okay, I do this, I don't care. About making fun of Johnny, I can do that in the back. My friend had a kid recently. They named it London because that's where the baby was conceived. That's not a good way to name your kid, man. I'm so glad my parents didn't do that to me. You know what I mean? I would have come up here like, hi, I'm Lollapalooza Hammond. Yeah, this is my sister Denny's parking lot. And my little brother test tube. But, all right, that's the first time I told that joke. Hell yeah, we're keeping that one. Fucking 1 for 1, bitch. Hell yeah, good, okay. I did a podcast recently. I don't know. Who gives a shit? I did do a podcast, and somebody asked me, they're like, when's the first time you remember being funny? Because they're boring as fuck, but I was thinking about it, and I think the first time I remember, do you guys remember when Princess Diana died? Shut up. Just, if you don't know who she is, she was like a famous Beanie Baby, but she died. She bit it when I was like 8, and then my mom was so beat up over it for some reason. She's like, I can't believe Princess Diana died. I can't believe Princess Diana died. I remember being 8 years old and be like, her nickname is Lady Di. It sounds like a toddler is explaining to you what happened. You know what I mean? Car crash, Lady Di. Like, it's like not, Queen did it. Don't cheat. I don't know. Okay, you guys hated that, but that's okay. That's pretty good for an 8-year-old. I did say that to my mom. Okay, good. That was too soon for you guys. I have a little chunk about Elvis coming up that you're really gonna like. That's not a joke. Elvis Presley. Elvis had this song called Blue Suede Shoes, and in the song he goes, you can do anything, but don't step on my blue suede shoes. And Elvis has been accused of stealing a lot of his music from black culture, and I didn't believe a word of it until I heard that lyric. Don't do anything unless you step on my shoes. I mean, you might as well call the song Scuffed Up Jordans at this point. Okay, here's the thing. The black people are laughing. It's a good joke. There's only 3 of them, and that's why it felt weird, but that's really a funny thing to say. I was was doing some research. This isn't part of the joke. I was doing some research on Elvis because I had to look up that song. And fucking dude, did you know he married his cousin? He married his fucking cousin. I know you guys are like, no, Jerry Lee Lewis did. He did too. It's fucking crazy. Isn't that weird? Albert Einstein married his cousin. It's like, is there something in cousin pussy that's just like, that makes you the best? Like, I feel like people are gonna talk about my career later on and be like, Blake was good, but you know, he never really came to his full potential because he refused to fuck his family. They're cousins. That's why they're talking. They're cousins, that's why they're talking. Okay, I wish Johnny didn't do all that fucked up shit, because I have a fucked up story I want to tell you guys too. Damn. This is true. Okay, so the beginning of this is going to be kind of wild, but just stick with me. This kid I went to high school with, his name was Alex. 5 years ago, he got arrested for having sex with a 17-year-old girl, which was like so surprising to us because that was so unlike him. You know, he never did that in high school, so it was like, that's crazy. But we were like, no way, Alex. But Alex got out, like he didn't go to prison or anything, he just got out of his sentence, and now that dude works at a gas station, and I go to that gas station every week, and I get a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra, and I put it on the counter, and he goes, can I see your ID? And I go, what is questions you should have asked 5 years ago, Alex? And that's how you get justice, you know what I mean? All right, that's it for me, everybody. Thank you guys so much. All right, I'm bringing the next comic. It's a very funny guy. Give it up for Kyle Stolte, everybody!
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks, everybody, for coming out here. You guys feeling pretty good here, huh? I'm feeling pretty good, too. I'm glad to hear you all are. I'm a big coffee drinker. Any big coffee drinkers here in the crowd here? Right, my kind of crowd. Man, I don't know if you know this about coffee. Coffee was discovered in the New World, you know? I was researching coffee for my act. I was researching it. Discovered in the New World, you know? So that got me thinking, well, what did they do before they discovered coffee, you know? Were they trying to make piping hot breakfast beverages with other beans, you know? Back in the old days when they wake up in the morning and say, oh my God, don't even talk to me until I've had 2 cups of Pinto. Am I right? I don't even want to hear your voice till I've had a cup and a half of lima. I take my black. You know what I mean? I tell you what, I was at a coffee shop the other day. Ever go to one of these? I did, and a lady there selling me coffee, she says, hey, you want to try some fair trade coffee? You ever heard of fair trade coffee? I had not. I said, fair trade coffee, what in God's name is that? So she explained it to me. She said, well, it's a lot like regular coffee, except it's produced in a much more ethical fashion, you know? Produced much more ethically. For example, in the little villages where the coffee is produced, with fair trade coffee, none of the little villages get invaded by a rival village where all the men are systematically decapitated, you know? Doesn't happen with fair trade coffee. With fair trade coffee, much more ethical, you know? Those little villages, none of the women are lined up and systematically raped and murdered, and then the children get brainwashed and turned into child soldiers to repeat the cycle of misery down the next village down the road. Doesn't happen with fair trade coffee, you know? It's produced much more ethically, you know? So I said, hell yeah, let me try some of that. Let me try some fair trade coffee, you know? So I did. It's not as good. Switch it back. I like that conflict coffee, you know? Really gets me going in the morning, am I right? Am I right? Yeah. How you doing there, fella? You doing all right? You a circumcised fella there? I used to be circumcised. Is that relatable? Yeah, I had her put back on, you know. I'm just so glad that my mom kept it. In a little jewelry box, you know. Less glad that it still fit. Am I right? Just telling it like it is. I don't even give a care. I was pooping the other day. My kind of crowd. No, that guy used to be circumcised. But I don't mean to brag. I only do a top shelf toilet paper. Top shelf toilet paper, you know. That's just how I roll. Lately, though, I've been thinking about getting a bidet. You all know about these bidets. I want to get a bidet. I want to get one of these bad boys. I want to get a bidet. Trouble is, I can't afford a bidet. Bidet's a little beyond my budget. Don't have the budget for a bidet. Can't afford a bidet, you know. So instead, I got a dog. Calm down. He's a rescue dog, you know. Who rescued who, though? Am I right? Dog. The poor man's bidet, you know. The rich man's bidet is a poor man. Hey, you guys have been great, all right? Thanks a lot, everybody. Let me introduce your next comic. Come on up here. J. Justin Moores, everyone.
What's up, Go Bananas? You didn't see that? Come a long way to get down here. I like doing comedy, like around this area. I always know I'm getting closer to Cincinnati though, because y'all drive like they defunded the fucking police. For real, I'm in the fast lane. I'm going like 10 miles over, right? Cop gets behind me and I'm thinking, I'm getting in trouble because I suffer from a rare condition, and that's resting felon face. All right? So I start to panic a little bit because I got drugs in the car, and so he's behind me, gets right up on my ass. I'm like, I'm just gonna flip him. He just passed me on his bullhorn, like, get out of the fast lane, pussy. It's fucking different. I do like coming out, like, I travel a lot to do comedy, and you meet a lot of different demographics of people, end up in some crazy places. Cincinnati and Dayton took a W here lately because I was in Columbus. Someone broke into my car, all right? They stole a gun in my book bag, but I could tell they were white because they didn't take my fucking shoes. And so I'm collecting this list of favorite places to come do comedy, and you guys are still close to the top. You gotta keep laughing though. But no, I do suffer from another condition though. I look exactly like my dad. I do. You never even met my dad. Why's that funny? I got his eyes, got his ears, got his accent. I'm fucking hung like my mom. Anybody didn't like that joke? Suck my mom's dick. Yeah, my son suffers from the same thing, but a little different, you know? He's hung like my fucking dad somehow. I'll let that fester a little bit. I am doing a Q&A after this, if anybody, has any questions. I said I come a long way. I'm from way up north. I don't know how the fuck y'all sound like you're from out west or something, though. I think I'm the most redneck thing in here, and I'm dressed nice. It's about as nice as I can dress. I slap a tie on. I start practicing things other than my jokes, like no contest, not guilty. It only works sometimes. All right. Let's see what else else I got for you guys. Who in here just fucking hates working? Alright. I do too, and I got a hard job. I weld. And yeah, I do. I fucking don't want to trigger anybody, but toxic masculinities are up here tonight. And my least favorite thing about working is there's this really beautiful woman I work with, all right? She's in the weld department. She's the laziest bitch I've ever worked with. And she goes to the bathroom almost every time there's a group project. So anytime someone asks where she's at, I'm like, she's taking shit. So you guys should try it once. It feels good. Not shitting. I mean, that feels good too if you're like backed up. But, you know, even if they're on the phone, you know, just she's shitting somewhere. Like, she may be in a corner somewhere. Hang on, I'm trailing. We support Blue around here. We do. Looking for my sunglasses. I'll leave you guys this one more. That didn't work. I even brought them. That's fucking embarrassing. You guys had a good night so far? All right, well, it's about to get even better. I want you guys to put your hands together for a very funny guy, Mr. Barclay. Barclay.
A little fucking energy would be nice, you know what I mean? There we are, thank you. Hi! All right, I'm going. Okay, good. Okay, what the fuck? It seems like everybody walked in here and they were like,
You know what? I'm gonna fucking scowl no matter what's said. We had a bad day at work. We're gonna show these fucking comedians who had a bad day. We're gonna take it out on them. We're gonna sit there. We're gonna be fucking quiet the whole time. Whatever. Good energy. Poofy hair, making me jealous. Okay. I mean, come on, man. Can we fucking live a little on a goddamn Wednesday night? I'm gonna have fun regardless if you're gonna have fun or not. That's what I've decided. Are you good? You good? Got him, Alan. They're good.
Strong arms. Why were your arms crossed? You guys get into a big fucking fight in the parking lot? Huh? Got a good relation? How long you guys been together?
A little over 4 years.
4 years? Nice. Where'd you meet?
That's a loaded question, man.
It isn't. It was very simple. It was an insanely simple question. Where'd you meet?
Oh, that was loaded. I can't answer that. I was in jail for a cum crime. She was a nurse. I got in trouble.
Catholic school.
Catholic school. Very easy, actually. It wasn't loaded at all.
Boiled it down.
Okay, boiled it down. What was the problem?
I was a priest. She was a student.
Brother, if that's true, I'm gonna call the fucking cops on you, dude. I'm gonna call Spotlight. Never seen it. All right. You having a good time? Oh, you're on the show.
Sit up front with your arms crossed. Mean mug all the other comics.
Good. That's the energy you want to have from your brethren, from someone in the guild. You walk up here and they're like this. I hope you know when you get up here, I'm gonna fucking sit right there, and I'm gonna stare at you like the way you're staring at me, Todd Rabannis. I'm gonna fuck your set up, dude. Right when you hit a punchline, I'm gonna go, gay! You're fucking gay, Todd! Go to hell, bitch! No, you're not heckling me. I wouldn't do that to you. God, I wish I could fucking... God, I wish I could crank a fart into this microphone. We'd set this fucking bitch on fire, wouldn't we, priest? You ever get wet? I don't know. I just watched Training Day. I don't even know what that means. You ever get fucking wet, brother? Is everybody in the back all right? Are they having fun?
All right.
Everybody over there good? Good deal. Coughing. Nice. If my mom, I decided this has been fucking me up. If my mom sends me another Christian TikTok, I'm gonna put her in a home. That's been fucking me up pretty bad lately. It's not even the fact, can I go higher? It's not even the fact that it's a Christian TikTok yet. I do a set like this.
My mom's a bitch, you never notice?
If my mom sends me one, dude, it's not a Christian TikTok that's nice. You know what I mean? It's not like, I don't open my phone, it's like,
God said if you love your neighbor, you're gonna have it.
it's not like that. Instead, the text comes in at like a mom time. It's like fucking 2 p.m. or some shit. Like when moms are like, and I open my phone in the morning for me, in the afternoon for you. I open my phone and the Christian TikTok's like, Leviticus said God's coming back. If you're horny, you're going to hell, brother. She sends me those, or she sends me videos of Joe Burrow running in slow motion. He doesn't even have a fucking football in his hand. I'm like, Mom, you're jacking off. Don't send that to me. I'm not one of your friends at the bus lot. Don't send that to me. I don't do that to my mom. I don't send her videos of shit I like. I don't send her shit. I don't send her black guys reacting to Slipknot for the first fucking time. All right, that's enough out of me. You guys are fun. You were fun. Todd, fuck up now, you hear? All right, I'm going to bring up your next comic. Big energy. Come on, let's give him a clap. Come on. There he is. Give it up for Jason Winkler.
Never done this before, so this should be interesting. My name is Jason. I'm 32 years old, and I have plantar fasciitis in both of my feet. So if the next 5 minutes is miserable for you, think about me standing up here. Anyway, thought I set my phone to where it would just stay light, and it's not doing that. So I'm pretty sure that I peaked at 3 weeks old. Yeah, like I said, that was about 32 years ago. My mom still brags about the fact that I slept full nights at 3 weeks. Like, perfect baby. Terrible adult. So I don't sleep at all anymore. She still talks about that. Like, I have a job, I bought a new car, I have a dog now, but we still talk about how I'm, sleeping full nights at 3 weeks. I'm like, Mom, we got it. I'm good at that. Not anymore. But I love her. She is in Scotland right now, so if you're watching this live stream at 2 a.m., Mom, sorry to not give you the go-ahead that I was going to talk about you. So a little bit more about me. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I'm super single. I like food. I have a dog whose name is Hoagie. And yeah, I know, he named him after a sandwich. That's crazy. He was already named that, but I love sandwiches, so I kept it. I've got the big three, the dating apps. We've got the, Hinge, Tinder, Bumble. Bumble's not great. Bumble's where the girl texts you first, and that's just like, we matched, and I think it's more of like, oh, it was an accident, I don't have premium, so I can't go back. But I've got a few dating stories for you, so hopefully, just buckle up, man. I lived in Nashville for a couple years. I was born there, then moved here, then moved back there, and now I'm back here. A little bit of a boomerang, but I went out with this girl in Nashville, and we went and got margaritas, got some tacos, love margs and tacos, and she's introduced herself, and I think her name was like Megan or something like that, and she's pretty quiet, but she's like, Dad always wanted me to protect myself, and I was like, where is this going? And she shows me a gun in her purse, and I'm just like, first off, we're drinking, and I don't think you should have a firearm that's loaded, but secondly, I'm all pro 2A, that's fine, but you don't see me throwing my Glock on the table here you go! girls are crazy, man. So, but I love you. I had another, this was a recent match. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know about red flags. A red flag for me is like when a girl's like, I don't use this app much, here's my phone number. Like, if they give me their phone number without asking for it, I'm like, okay, somebody's desperate. And how do I know this? Because sometimes when I message girls and I'm like, hey, I don't use this app sometimes, here's my phone number. So anyways, this girl, she gives me her phone number, we start texting, it's cool. We didn't talk for like 3 or 4 hours, we were texting one day, and then out of nowhere she goes, I could scare you. What do you mean? She goes, well, you know how my profile says I'm a mom? I said, sure, that's fine. Like, you know, go moms, that's cool. Woo, yeah. She's like, I have 7 children. My mom likes to remind me that, you know, I have 2 wonderful sisters. One's here, I'm not gonna point her out, she's not right there. But my mom's got 8 grandchildren, right? And she's like, loves to just nonchalantly remind me at dinner, like, you know, Jason, you're carrying on the Winkler name. You're the last male alive. Like, no pressure, Mom, thanks. But I was like, I have a potential to have 7 kids immediately. And, you know, she goes, we're gonna go out on a date, and she goes, you know what, I don't think I'm over my ex yet. And I was like, oh, okay. So we canceled it, and, you know, I'll close with this. The age-old saying is like, you dodged a bullet. I guess I dodged a full clip on this one. That's my time. Let me welcome Elena Beamish from Louisville. Give it up for Lena. I'll give you that. And I'll take that. All right.
All right. Well, first, I just want to thank Rand for not farting directly into this microphone before I had to get up here and use it. So, that's cool. My name's Elena Beamish. The other day, my mom told me that she doesn't think Margot Robbie was pretty enough to play Barbie, which I think explains why I'm a bit of an overachiever. Like, if Margot Robbie isn't good enough for that bitch, I certainly never will be. So I got dumped a couple weeks ago, which sucks, and just been like really depressed. And so I've been trying to like hang out with my friends as much as possible, like just like scheduling hangouts, and you know, the whole time I'm awake, trying to be around friends and stuff. Or as I like to call it, a poor man's suicide watch. I don't have insurance. I can't take 2 weeks off to go get evaluated, so I'm just gonna buy my own grippy socks, and now I'm everyone's burden for a little while. That's how I see it. It's okay. I've been getting better though. I got one of those weighted blankets. Have you guys, anyone here ever had a weighted blanket? Yeah. I got one. I ordered the heaviest one that they had because that just sounded like what I wanted. So it came in the mail, and when I got it, I was like, oh, this is really fucking heavy. Like I could barely lift the box. It was super heavy. I get into bed and I like pull it up over me, and I was like, this is extremely heavy. This is way heavier than I expected. Like it's almost like hard to breathe with it laying over my chest. Like I was like, is this thing gonna like suffocate me in my sleep? But it didn't. Obviously, I'm here. So I ordered 3 more, and we're just gonna keep layering them up. See what happens. It's my last open mic, guy. No. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I mentioned that I was a C-section baby, and she was like, "Oh, that makes perfect sense, because like you're always saying how much you wish you were never born."
Ouch! That's funny, but ouch.
How do you think I feel, bro? she's like, you weren't even born. They literally had to cut your mom open and make you start life. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I can do you one better than that. Because when my parents had me, they had to go get like fertility drugs to be able to conceive me. Yeah, it wasn't even that I didn't want to be born. I didn't even like want to be started. I didn't even want to get started. You just keep saying terrible. Like, yeah, I know. That's how I feel. Oh gosh, what else did I want to say? Okay, well, we can talk about the guy that dumped me. That's always fun. He had ADHD, which, you know, I don't want to like make fun of somebody's dealing with ADHD. But he didn't take any prescriptions for it. He said the only thing that ever helped him was to meditate. And I just feel like if the only thing helping you with your ADHD is to focus real hard, maybe the ADHD is not that bad. Like, he's basically taken my mom's advice of, oh, are you depressed? Have you tried not? Just cut it out. All right, I'll end it there. Thank you, guys. I've been Elena Beamish. Now give it up for your next comic, Brandon Neat.
Give it up again for Elena. Alright, so I'm really new at this, doing stand-up. A lot of my friends have asked me, why would you want to start doing stand-up at 40? I'm like, you know, it's either do this or create an OnlyFans page. And I really don't think anybody wants to see me like this. But if you do see me in the parking lot later, I'll send you some pictures of my trunk. So I recently got hit on by a girl half my age. You know, doesn't happen to you, you're 40, hopefully. But no, it was really weird. So me and my beautiful girlfriend were at a bar downtown, and I was sitting outside the bathroom waiting on her. This girl walks up to me and goes, "Who broke your heart?" I'm just sitting there thinking, nobody broke mine, but obviously your dad broke yours. So recently seen an article that says Joe Biden may have issues with the 2024 campaign due to his pullout in Afghanistan. No, so I don't think it's that pullout that's going to hurt him, it's the lack of pulling out Hunter's mom. Speaking of drug addicts in politics, anybody supporters of RFK Jr.? No? Apparently not. All right, so wouldn't it be cool though if Darth Vader was our president and like at his acceptance speech he goes, "Trump, I am your daddy." So speaking of Trump, see where he raised $2 million off of merch from his mugshot. I mean that's doing something, right? You know, it's like he's trying to make his legacy, you know, as collectible as a Beanie Baby. All right, now that I've insulted everybody's political views, I'm going to tell you a little story. So, second time I went out to California was to visit my little brother. He was a Marine, you know, hoorah, crown eaters. There's obviously a crown eater back there. Anyways. Went out there, he had totally went from straight-laced Marine to a fucking total, like, typical stereotype California douchebag surfer. He went from being Chris, when I landed at the airport, he's like, "Hey man, don't call me Chris anymore, my name's Topher." What's wrong with him, you know? Anyways, so he also informs me we're going to this dinner party at a friend of his house. They're gonna have everything is like made out of THC butter, you know. So like steak was basted in THC butter, brownies. So we get down eating this meal. My ex-wife was with us. We're so stoned. She's like Emma stoned, like she's Cali girl stoned. But, you know, I'm a fat guy. I like my food, so I go back for seconds. So I'm sitting there after that, and I'm like all over stomach. But, you know, the munchies kick in. So I go get one of those brownies, right? So after I eat that, I'm like stone cold Steve Austin, right? 420 says, sit your ass on the fucking couch and don't get the fuck up. All right, guys, good night. Bring up your next comedian. I hope I'm saying this right. Nikhil Mehta. That's it, guys. I'm doing it. I'm running on my hands here.
No. All right. Yeah, hey, give it up for, When I saw him looking at the paper, I was like, I'll just start heading up there. It's, it'll take him a few tries, I think. All right, what's up, everyone? How's it going? Pretty good? Hell yeah. Dude, I just got back in town. I grew up not far from here. I went to Princeton down the street, and damn. All right. No, okay. I was walking around the other day. I was walking around my local grocery store. I was walking around the Kroger, and this happened. I was walking around, and I ran into the other Indian kid I went to school with at the grocery store, which actually brought back this memory in my head because Princeton was like a diverse area, but Indian people were like new, right? They were like new to the district. So I remember the day this kid moved to my school district because they actually called me down to the office for that shit. They like made an announcement on the intercom. They were like, okay, the football team won. We got early release Wednesday, and Nikhil, you gotta come down here. We got a surprise for you. I was like, what the fuck? And I had to go down. I had to go meet this kid. Dude, I still remember this. They had him on the wall like a PowerPoint presentation. They were like, okay, his name is Sandeep Patel. To be honest, we don't know what to do with him. So he's with you today. He's gonna be with you. They were like, look, you gotta be his guide. You gotta be his eyes and ears. He doesn't speak English, so you gotta translate for him. That's what they told me. Here's the messed up part. India has hundreds of languages, you know? And I don't speak any of them, so, what the fuck? You know, you're doing a joke, you're like, I don't know if this is getting the right reaction when you hear that shit. Anyways, I was like, all right, we could work together, right? And I was like, I know a little bit of Hindi, he's gotta know a little bit of English, we'll figure this out. So I'm like walking him around the school. I'm like Christopher Columbus or some shit. I'm like, in America they call that a locker and they call that a book, and you can put your book in your locker, you know? And then this kid just goes, hey man, I know what a fucking locker is. Can you just walk me? I was like, wait a minute, they told me you're from some village in India. When did you learn English? This kid was like, India? I just moved here from Detroit. I was like, what? They put that kid in ESL for like 3 years. I'm not, I guess that's just kind of the protocol. You guys are drinking, that's good, on a Wednesday. Some people might have problems in here, that's fine. No, I will say this, I'm noticing like an epidemic of people my age, like people in their 20s going sober, which is cool, I guess.
No.
Yeah. That's somebody with an actual problem. No, but here's the thing. I'm cool with you going sober, but I'm noticing an epidemic of people my age being like, I had to go sober because I was an alcoholic. And here's my thing. I grew up around alcoholics. You gotta earn that title, in my opinion. You don't get to just be an alcoholic. You gotta be like my uncles. You gotta foreclose on a home or lose custody of your children. That's a coveted title where I'm from, you know? This is just top of mind to me because my uncle texted, like my uncle's an alcoholic, but he's my favorite family member. And the other day he texted my entire family. This is what he texted us. We have like a WhatsApp group and he goes, I want to reach out to the family. It's been a while. I am an alcoholic. And I was like, all right, I'll keep scrolling, I guess. And then he goes, I am an alcoholic. And that, along with my depression, has destroyed my life. But I'm working on turning it around now, and I want everybody in the family to know I love them. This is my uncle texted my entire family, and I woke up to the text, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I love you too. But then he texted me back and went, oh, it's just a drunk text, don't worry about it. He was like, you say shit you don't mean when you're fucked up, you know? And then my second text where I went, I love you too, he just thumbs down that shit. I was like, this guy, all right, man, you guys have been fun. I gotta bring up our next comic. Give it up for Ari Schwartz, everyone.
Ari Schwartz, everybody, let's go! Come on, make some fucking noise. I drove from Bloomington for this shit. As soon as I hit 465 in Indy, a rock hit my windshield and shattered it. So that's how this night started, guys. How we all doing? Super excited to be here. I'm so excited to be here. I thought that every time I've come to Cincinnati, it's been like downtown, and I always in my head I've had Cincinnati is a 2-hour drive. But I fucking put this place in my GPS, and it's 2 hours and 35 minutes. And I was like, baby, I gotta hit the fucking road. So I'm driving like a banshee here, and I'm driving so fucking fast, I get pulled over by a cop that was driving in front of me. Sirens on the way to another fucking emergency. Has anybody here been pulled over by a cop that's fucking in front of them before? If you do, you're about to have an unpleasant conversation. This dude slammed on his brakes, gets out of his car, starts yelling at me. He goes, I'm on the way to this fucking emergency. I'm like, it can't be that important if you're stopping to have this conversation. First of all, he accuses me of reckless driving, and I don't understand why reckless driving is a bad thing, because that's just like driving with no wrecks. I think all driving should be reckless driving, if you ask me. I used to work at this music venue in Bloomington, Indiana called the Bluebird. Super dope venue. And I still hang out there all the time because I got a really nice severance package. Anybody in the industry might know how that goes. So I'm hanging out there way too late, and I leave to play some D&D. Drinking and driving. I'm just kidding. Drinking and driving's fucked up. I don't condone it. But what's fucked up is that statistically, tired driving is as dangerous as drinking and driving. But I've never gotten pulled over by a cop like, excuse me, sir. How'd you sleep last night? You have any dreams? All right. I'm gonna need you to count down from 1,000 sheep, and if you can keep your eyes open for me, you'll be free to go. So I was dating this. Is that my own fucking timer? That'd be crazy. Is that somebody else's timer? All right. Okay. Well, the only person that should interrupt my set is me. So raise your hand. Thank you. All right. So I was dating this chick from that went to law school in Indiana. She was studying abroad, or is studying abroad in Milan. And before she went to Italy, I was insecure about her cheating on me in Italy. And I don't have to worry about that shit because she dumped me 3 weeks ago. So that's dope. It's totally not a concern. But I did start dating a much cooler chick named Rivka. Give it up for Rivka. Thank you. She'll love this. The ex won't when we post the clip. But Rivka, thanks. Me and Rivka both do jujitsu. And I have a scale at home, and Rivka's trying to weigh herself for an upcoming competition. And my scale is dead. So she's like, oh, I can't weigh myself. I'm like, get a load of this shit. So I get 2 AA batteries, and I replace them. And like fucking magic, the thing turns on. She goes, wow, I'm so impressed. I was like, are you impressed because I had spare batteries or because I knew how to change them? She's like, both. Like, who the fuck have you been dating before me? This shit's ridiculous. So I live next to one of my best friends ever. He owns a bar called the Video Saloon. And there's pros and cons to living. There's pros and cons, I don't know if that's a lit or not. What's going on? There's pros and cons to living so close to somebody that you're so close with. some of the pros are that I can hit him up and be like, yo, Jeremy, is my garage closed? You know, he lets me borrow his nice riding lawnmower, so I don't have to push that shit around like a peasant. Some of the cons are that he did catch me jerking off the other day. I was like, Jeremy, can I please enjoy your backyard in peace for like 5 fucking minutes? Ultimately, he came over and helped finish me off and put it on the pros list. I guess that's what neighbors are for. Hey guys, you've all been a blast. Tip your waiters. My name is Ari Schwartz. I'm about to bring up your next comment. Thank you all so much for coming out to support live comedy. Give it up for all the wait staff. Guys, give a warm welcome to Todd Rabannis.
Keep it going for Ari Schwartz, everybody. I got me a 20-year-old daughter, but when she was younger, we went to Target. We were going to look for a rug for the living room, and she's just bouncing around the store like, come on, let's get a flying carpet, Dad. Wouldn't that be awesome to get a flying carpet? I didn't want to tell her no, so here's what I did. I got her a bag of weed and a beach towel. So also, back when my daughter was young, we went to see the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie back when they came out, and afterwards I asked her how she liked the movie. And she said, oh, I think it was a great movie, Dad, and those squirrels were some great actors. I said, no, you dumbass. Actors were chipmunks. So I guess nowadays, superhero movies are still popular. Everybody likes them. You know, like men and women both like them, but for different reasons. Like men like them because we just want to see Wolverine and Hawk fuck shit up. That's all we want to see. That's it. Women though, they watch it for the same reason they watch football. They just want to see some asses and some tight jeans. That's it. All they want. But see, women can get that sexual fantasy from those movies. Men can't. Like that scene from Spider-Man where he's hanging upside down and he kisses Mary Jane. That scene is strictly for women. All right? Men don't get that. Yes, because the Spider-Man is cool. Like he can like web swing your hands to the bed and make like sex swings and shit. I'd fuck Spider-Man. Right? But we don't get that same sexual fantasy with Spider-Girl. I don't know if any of you are arachnophiles, but spiders have like 1,000 babies. Fuck that shit. Alright, 1,000 babies, that'll scare any man away, not named Nick Cannon. Alright, but I'm not really like social. I don't get out a lot. Like I'll go out, but it's never like my idea. Like, and it's definitely not going to be my idea to go to a dinner party. I don't feel the need to celebrate something I do every damn day. This is not Ethiopia. Right? And I'm pretty sure your family doesn't party like I do. All right? I'm pretty sure if I lay out a couple lines, your dad ain't invited me to Easter brunch. Pretty sure your mom ain't gonna be backing that ass up during dessert either. So let's just keep it at dinner. I dumped this girl because she treated me like a piece of meat. She's a vegetarian. Fucking gross. I was also dating 2 girls, different times. They didn't know each other, and both of them, after a couple months of dating me, said, Todd, the first day I met you, I thought you might be a serial killer. Now look, I know I give off some Jeffrey Dahmer vibes, I get it, but I can't be dating a girl that thinks that of me, you know, so I dumped both of them. in the Ohio River. I mean, I got skeletons in my closet, but no shovels. I haven't had sex in a long time. Like, it's been like at least 12 years. And that's bad when you got low self-esteem to begin with. So like, every once a year, just to make myself feel good, I go get an STD test. Fucking clean, bitches. I'm like, this fucker. But I know what you're all thinking. I bet this pervert has a name for his penis. His name is Captain Fabulous. I want you ladies to know that it's Captain Fabulous and not Captain Fabulous. Right, but because I haven't had sex, there's a lot of dust and cobwebs down there, so I changed his name to Charlotte's Web. Hey, you guys are awesome. My name's Todd Rabannis. Keep it going for Jeff Norris.
One more time for Todd, everybody. One more time for everybody you've seen tonight. I'm gonna work for ISIS. I'm just kidding. I wanted to see how far I could take that. When he said that he killed people, did you guys get chills down your spine like I did? Yeah, that was wild. I think he literally just admitted to murder, and we were like, Todd? Todd, you wild boy. So I have been, anybody here served in the military? Anybody? Clap? I saw a strong guy back there. This guy right here, yes. Thank you for your service. Clap for him, by the way, guys. How does it make you feel when people say thank you for your service? Weird, right? I've been in the Air Force for 12 years, and when people say thank you for your service, it feels nice. It's a nice thing to say, but sometimes you're not ready for it. You're not ready to like receive it. Like one time someone told me that, and I was eating lunch, and I was the most hungover I've ever been in my life. Yeah. Not all heroes wear capes. I was in Las Vegas eating lunch at Roberto's Taco Shop on Craig Road. You guys have been there? Yeah. And the night before I went out drinking, I drank one drink exclusively. Look at me and think in your brain what that drink was. What do you think it was? Anybody guess Hennessy? That's what it was. That's what it was. I was, yeah, you were there. I was at a craps table. Cool black guy next to me. They were like, hey, what do you want to drink? What do you want to drink? And he was like, oh, a Hennessy. I panicked. I was like, I'll have a Hennessy. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Drank a bunch of Hennessy. And then I was like, all right, the group I'm with, we're like, all right, let's end the night. And I was like, I'll get one more drink. I'll get a Long Island iced tea. And it was the size and shape of an actual NFL football. Touchdown. Drank that, blacked out. Woke up. Next thing I know, 8 hours later, I'm in Roberto's. I got a big burrito in front of me. And I'm hungover. I'm hungover in the way that, have you ever been hungover where you feel like you're on a roller coaster, but that roller coaster is also in your own brain? That's how I felt. So I'm in there, I'm looking at the burrito, not even eating it. I can't eat it, my stomach feels like it's filled with bees. And I'm just looking at it, hoping it just goes, the nutrients just go in. And a woman and her child come up. Out of my brain fog, they like wade through. And she's like, hey, we just wanted to say, thank you for your service. And I was like, I want to die right now. And the little boy's like, have you ever been in a war? And I was like, my body's in a war with itself right now. She was like, we just want to say we respect what you do. And I was like, if you had any idea what I did last night, that would make one of us, because I blacked out. You guys get it. You have kids?
Sure, yeah, we all have kids. I took my 10-year-old to get hibachi at a Japanese steakhouse for his birthday. We order the food, we get the steak and rice or whatever, and they're like, how do you want your steak cooked? And I was like, I'll do medium rare and he'll do medium. And my son's like, whoa, I'm 10, I can order for myself. I'm like, all right, go ahead. He's like, I don't want medium, I want large. I was like, cool, now we both look stupid. Thanks for doing that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lean into it. And I was like, you heard the boy, cook his steak large. It's his birthday. And there was a language barrier, obviously, so the chef was like, I'm like, just do it. Because there's a language barrier, right? Because we're at a Japanese steakhouse, so obviously the chef is Mexican, so, which I'm fine with. I'm fine. I think you can be any race and do that job except for white. Can't have it. I can't have some guy in the back. I'm like, I'm Connor. I'm going to be your chef tonight. I'm like, the hell you are, Connor. No, you're not. I asked the table. No one ordered shepherd's pie. Okay. All right, guys. My name is Jeff Norris. I've had a lot of fun. You ready for your next comedian? You guys are in for a very special treat. Give it up for the very funny, very talented Joe Shelby, everybody.
All right, what's up, guys? How's it going? Sweet. Guys, I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty drunk right now. Do you guys mind if I just get a little honest with you real quick? Is that cool? All right. Cool. Thanks. I recently found out that my dad has actually, I'm just gonna do a different joke. Actually, sorry. Any pedophiles in here? No? Oh, that's too bad. Because I'm underage. I'm looking for work. God, it's good to be here, man. Mostly because my girlfriend's on her period right now. There is blood everywhere. And it's on my socks. It's not funny. It's on my neighbor's hammock. It's everywhere. Apparently we ran out of tampons, that's what she said. We. Just like we got blood on the casserole, I don't like casserole, honestly. Speaking of honestly, guys, I do want to tell you about this. So I recently found out my dad has AIDS. And I'm just gonna do a different joke actually. Got a sandwich earlier today, fucking ripped off. $14.50 for a panini. What a rip. Do you guys know paninis aren't actually made out of midget penises? That's not what that is. No, for real. I gotta get this off my fucking shit. So, I just found out. I recently found out my dad has AIDS. And that's just a joke, guys. I haven't finished that one yet. I'm still working on it. Man. Yes, sir. Sorry, that's my dad. He has AIDS. He's out of his fucking mind. I don't know. All I know is don't tickle him. He'll try to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Dad, I outed G's. It's 2023. I don't know if you guys heard. It's wild these days, isn't it? Technology, especially, you know. People have cell phones. Fucking babies have cell phones. I have an electric toothbrush. It's like, man, technology's really something, you know. But like, tables are still wobbly. You know what I mean? Like, what's up with that? You know, like, you mean to tell me I can't put my elbows and my drink on the table at the same time and I get Bluetooth in my butthole? No way, dude. It's ridiculous. You guys, give it up for the dog. Tiffany dog. Yeah. Now, like I was saying, it is 2023. You guys getting excited for the election? Yeah, me neither. It's more like which concentration camp do you want to go to? You know what I mean? Hoping for Vale. Something a little more remote, you know? Well, guys, I do have to get out of here in another hour. No, I'm just kidding. I'll do another quick one, I guess. You guys think that whipped cream kind of sounds like a cow squeak? You know what I mean? Just... I think it's crazy that cows also have pussies. You know what I mean? Like, all those tits and a puss? Goddamn, dude, you know? It's like, I might have to get a job at UDF, you know what I mean? Yeah, just milk, lemonade, you know? All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Yeah, clap it up and keep it going. Make some noise. You're not clapping. Come on, guys, make some noise for Phil Pointer. Love this dude.
How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Yeah! Yo, it's like 30 people in here and I heard from 26, so we gonna try this again. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? All right, Kevin. Been having fun tonight? Yeah. Okay, some of y'all have, some of y'all still ain't convinced yet. That's fine. Tell y'all about me. Turned 50 back in February, and for my 50th birthday, my wife actually threw me a surprise birthday party, which is the first time it's ever happened to me in my adult life. So I had a great night, but it had kind of a weird beginning, you know? Because she threw it in this big ass bar that was in sections. So when I rounded the corner to all these people yelling, surprise! First thought I had was, damn, I done fucked up somebody's surprise party. Wow! Y'all only seen it on TV? I didn't know you could do that in real life. Weird thing about being 50 to me is that people have started calling me a boomer. Like, oh, okay, boomer. Which is weird to me mainly because I am not a boomer, I am Gen X, okay? And for those of you who don't know the difference, let me explain it to you. A boomer is a person who's born in the generation where their parents came home from World War II and celebrated the win. You know what I'm saying? And Gen X, we were the lab rats to show the world that Adderall was better than Ritalin. Like, there's a difference. It ain't gonna get no better, so you motherfuckers better hop on board. It's hot outside, and I'm not happy with extreme weather at all. I'm not. But between the two, I'd rather have this than extremely cold weather, because I hate it with all my heart. Fuck extremely cold weather. Okay? Yeah. Put it to y'all this way. I was born and raised here in Cincinnati, but I went to college in Tuskegee, Alabama. And I learned something about myself. I did. I learned that during the absolute dead of winter, I would rather have a white man call me the N-word at 40 degrees than to have a white man tell me how much he loved Judas and the Black Messiah at 10 degrees. Just saying, I'd rather fight racism than frostbite. That's all I'm saying. Y'all gonna hate this next one, man. And I'm gonna do it anyway, fuck it. Thank you. There's extremism in our country. It's extreme on the left, extreme on the right. People say it's tearing our country apart. I personally think it's a great business opportunity. Because I'm gonna sell N-word passes to white people And at the bottom of all of them is gonna say, at participating Negroes only. Y'all, I'm gonna make $1 million fucking dollars, I promise you that. Cause here's the thing, extremists on the right, they've been dying for a black person to validate them saying that word. So they're gonna buy them by the bunches, and I think it's gonna be funny to watch them try to use it at a non-participating Negro. Look here, buddy, I paid good money for this card, so you better... Extremists on the left, y'all gonna buy him too. Yes, you are. Because y'all gonna be like, look, I hate that word, it's a disgusting word, and I think that anyone who uses it is the worst. But I am here to support a black business, so I'll take 5. Tell y'all this last thing, and I'll get up out of here. Like I told you earlier, I turned 50 years old, and at my age, my doctor decided that they wanted me to have a colonoscopy and make sure everything was okay, you know? And I was kind of nervous about this because I've heard of these before, but I didn't know what to expect. But the colonoscopy itself went pretty smooth, it did. The only thing that fucked with me is this prep solution they give you to drink before the colonoscopy. Okay, yeah, it's like 4 liters of this liquid, and what they tell you it does is that it liquefies everything in your system so the camera can get a good view. That's what they tell you. What they don't tell you, however, is that that solution turns your asshole into a pressure washer. First time I used the bathroom after drinking that stuff, the bowl was cleaner than when I sat down. I was like, fuck, if I point this at some houses, I can make some money. Call it Browntown Pressure Washer. I'm Phil Pointer, I love y'all, bye. All right, we ready for our last comic of the evening, ladies and gentlemen? Come on, we gonna get more energy than that. Are we ready for our last comic of the evening, ladies and gentlemen? All right, give it up for my very good friend, funny guy, Mr. Alex Schubert.
Phil Pointer, everyone. I bought 5 of his passes last week. He's a great friend of mine. He's the best. Hell yeah. I am a little awkward. I've been trying to work on that. I also, I recently found out I was diagnosed with ADHD. Yeah, I know, hot. It's great. It's great because now that I know this, I can work on its negative symptoms. Like, one thing we struggle with is focusing, and I can improve that by taking Adderall. Yeah, we also struggle with financial stability, and I can improve that by selling Adderall. It's great. Yeah, if you want to talk about extremely organized crime, we cannot stop organizing. No, this is true. I did begin taking Adderall. I did begin. I don't know if you can tell by the scratch marks I've dug into my skull, but it is working. Good Lord. Yeah, I was talking to my psychiatrist about it, and my psychiatrist said that not only does Adderall increase focus, but it's also an appetite suppressant, which means that everyone that takes it experiences weight loss. I was like, wow, can it solve all of my problems? It's like, next thing I know, Adderall also gets rid of back hair and makes me good at crowd work. Hell yeah. You two having a good time tonight? All right, crowd work, check. We're getting better. Hell yeah, I'm also autistic. I'm working on that. It's like Asperger's is what I was diagnosed with. And Asperger's isn't technically in the medical journal anymore. No idea what that means. I was reading some articles about it. Like, one article said, what to call someone with Asperger's, or is Asperger's an outdated term? I saw one, swear to God, it said, what happened to Asperger's syndrome? Like it's a has-been actor from the 90s. It's like, what happened to Asperger's? Oh, I saw him hanging out with the goalie from the Mighty Ducks. Catch Asperger's next week on Celebrity Boxing. Like, it's hard, because people don't notice that I'm autistic. It's weird, because most of the time I'm fine, but other times, oh boy, break out the crayons. We are working on it real hard. That's fine. I've been bullied a lot as a kid. I was bullied for being short. I was bullied for being autistic. But now that I've grown up, I've kind of got my shit together. I took HGH for years, and because of the HGH, I'm normal height,
And now I have giant hands. I don't know if you can see that. No, I swear to God, I visited Chicago recently and I went to the Bean. Yeah, I jokingly flicked the Bean and it landed in Wisconsin. Some guy in Kenosha saw it flying overhead like, holy shit, do I gotta make a wish now? I wish for tacos. One thing with Asperger's is I've memorized a lot of random and interesting facts. Like one thing I've learned, did you guys know that the state bird of Kentucky is a cigarette flying out of someone's car? Like I had no idea. I'm from Ohio, ours is a cornhole bag. We're not doing better. No, a lot of dark humors happened tonight. I'm thankful no one made like a Bob Barker joke as he died recently. Because like when he died, everyone made the same joke. It's like, oh, 99, he died under 100, that's Bob Barker. Nah, I didn't do that. What I did instead was when someone dies, I knew that there was a Major League Baseball player named Nick Castellanos, who every time something tragic happens, someone dies, he is known in the internet meme world for hitting a home run during a game. I knew this. I placed a $40 bet that Nick Castellanos would hit a home run on the same day Bob Barker died. In his final at-bat of the game, on my birthday, he hit a home run. I made $172. Yes, I did. So give it up for that. Yes. But I also, I posted it online and people actually, someone got kind of pissed off. They're like, really? You're gonna profit off of someone's death? I was like, Bob Barker was a game show host. He spent his entire life trying to help the average American win money. Don't you think this is what he would have wanted? Yeah, spay and neuter your pets too. I substitute teach as a day job. I do that. One thing I gotta work on is accidentally cursing in front of kids. I need to work on that. One day I was subbing for a first grade class, and a little girl, she was sharing a journal entry with the class that she had just written. When she finished, I swear to God, I said, "Hell yeah, dude." She was sharing a journal entry that she worked super hard on, and I treated her like she was being interviewed by Barstool Sports. It's first question, how will you help the Earth on Earth Day? Second question, will you chug a beer out of my shoe for $20? Knuckle touch, go Panthers. That's what I always say. I am getting older. I just turned 31 last week, I did. And it's interesting, sure, whatever. I am getting older. And I'm at the age where a lot of my friends are starting to have kids. An old friend of mine, she has had a kid. And she posts on Facebook, her first line said, "This is little Riley. She's our little miracle." The next line said, "And she's sassy like her mommy." How the fuck do you know that? She's 33 minutes old. How do you know she's sassy? Did she look up at her dad after being born "Dad, I love you, but you cut an umbilical cord like a bitch. You know that." I'm a sassy baby. Coming this fall to CBS. Can you guys tell I'm just the least sexy person in the world? I'm not doing great up here. When it comes to dirty talk, I have 2 lines only. Do you like that? And are you sure? That's all I have. They're helpful. They get me out of a lot of jams. Hell yeah, you guys are doing great. Give it up for your wait staff. They've been working super hard. Tip them well. They're working hard for you. I like those people. They're my friends. Also, drive carefully when you get out of here. Because back in February, this is 100% true, the Montgomery Police Department, they got me. They did. I was driving out of here. I had 3 high noons that night. That's it. And a cop came up to me. I got pulled over. The cop came up to me and he said, "Hey man, I need you to step out of the vehicle because we think you've had a little bit too much to drink tonight." And folks, I'm letting you know right now, a field sobriety test is the worst possible time to find out that signs of being drunk and symptoms of autism overlap a little bit. Your point, yes, you get it, right? They are similar. Like, signs of being drunk and symptoms of autism overlap, because we're all over the place. We have to give everyone we see a hug. It's all over the place. But there are some differences, though. There are some differences. Like, when you're drunk, there's puke on your t-shirt. When you have autism, there are anime characters on it. Yeah. You get bonus points if it's tie-dye. You do. So the point of the test that screwed me was the cop, he took a pen out of his pocket, and then he said, I'm going to move this pen from side to side, and I want you to follow it with your eyes. I was like, great. An eye contact test. The autistic man's kryptonite. You got any other tests we can't pass? It's like, all right, sir, for the next 5 minutes, we're gonna make you talk to this girl you like, and not once can you bring up sports or stand up. Just fucking cuff me, man. I can't do this. So I got back to the station, and that's where they breathalyzed me. I blew into the breathalyzer. I blew less than half of the legal limit. I was overjoyed. Like, I was so relieved and overjoyed by those test results. I'm surprised the breathalyzer didn't say, you are not the father. It was fucking awesome. I started dancing. I high-fived Maury. I was like, why the hell is he here? This is awesome. You guys have fun, man. I'm Alex. Thank you guys so much. Let's get your host, Allison, back up here.
Alex Schubert, everybody. Let him hear it. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. We have a bunch of great shows coming up soon. We got Lori Kilmartin, we got Bill Esquire, we got Mary Santora coming through. Go to gobananascomedy.com to get tickets. I've been your host, Allison Stopp. Give it up one more time for everyone you've seen tonight. All right, get home safe.